In appreciation this year of a monumental effort where no calorie was left unburned, no stone unturned, and where a phenomenal effort was made by one participant in particular, we decided for the Biggest Loser 2013 to do a little focus on the participant. In fairness, he's been an inspiration to us all. It's not easy to explain where this determination came from all of a sudden, but once again this year he's outshone all others in his effort, in his own way. So we decided to look back through his life to try and explain to everyone just where the phenomenon came from.
You better make me look no fuck. You better make yeah, fuck. You better make me look good.
Not bad for a man that had a stroke last Sunday. Kevin Kelly wasn't always a likely contender for the Biggest Loser, though here is a look we'll all be familiar with, which he seems to have had, along with the gel in his hair, from a very early age. However, he began on a path that would lead him to be a mainstay in the Biggest Loser at an early age, though one suspects his mind was more focused on the bottle of Jameson behind him than the cake. It wouldn't be long, however, before he would have his first drink, and so began the habit of a lifetime. Still, Kevin was always thinking of his belly and cake, even if it wasn't his cake, and liked to make a good old mess at bath time. It wasn't until he started in school that he began his failed forays into the world of sport and performing arts that would ultimately drive him to seek more comfort in the kitchen, where cake was again on the menu. Next up was his doomed football career with his native Springfield Rovers. He never quite reached the lofty heights as some of his neighbours did, so he took to dancing instead, thinking that with his leprechaun good looks he was a sure bet to be an international dancing sensation like his hero, Michael Flatley. That didn't quite work out either, so then it was back to football, where his strongest attribute was as a team joker, and it was here that Kevin got his first taste of the playboy lifestyle. Kevin's time in school was pretty uneventful, the highlight being the night he lost his virginity, or when he got to combine his two favourite things in life, women and cake again. Before this he had tried acting, and after being pipped for the role of the Milky Bar Kid at a young age, he was certain he was a shoo-in for the role of Harry Potter's sidekick Ron, but further disappointment followed when the role went to an almost identical kid who could actually act. And so, Kevin, burger and garlic cheese chips in hand, began a career in SuperValu. This year, for the Biggest Loser, Kevin put in a huge effort in training and always looked extra sharp in doing so. He was on the greenway, the beach, Pro Patrick, did plenty of off-road hiking, but he did most of his exercise walking between Lavelles and the Jester. No matter what, he always treated himself to a trip to the local outdoor spa to relax after a hard day's training. A typical day for Kevin begins with breakfast in bed, a mid-morning snack, lunch, some early afternoon refreshment, a nutritious evening meal, a quick shower, maybe an extract or two from his favourite book. He is a closet Liverpool fan, you know. Then it'll usually be out for some more healthy fodder, washed down with some bubbly, and if he doesn't fall asleep in some random dark spot, then it'll be home for some sandwiches with no trousers on. And every morning, first thing when he wakes up, this is what Kevin sees when he opens his eyes. For all that, however, Kevin is still a bit of an athlete. He has unreal all-round timing and skill, as he showed in Poland last year when scoring the decisive penalty with sublime class, I might add, in a thrilling 7 AM shootout between Dublin and Mayo. It was undoubtedly Ireland's best strike of the entire tournament. These days, his acting career is confined to impromptu appearances as a body double for Horatio in CSI Miami, or the book with the exploding head from Red Dwarf. His last girlfriend went public with a reason for their breakup, but Kevin wasn't long bouncing back onto the local social scene with a new look. Kelly might still be a bit of a reptile, but it's no surprise when you realise he was hanging out in reptile pits at an early age and fantasised about living in the sewers. Behind it all though, he's still great crack.